A lot better than I did. And Tony's got the boards up for the fence, and he's pulling panels around to put up. There he is now. There's a horny toad. Hello, horny toad. He's a big one. Here's what we did. We finished the fence and forgot to put the wheelbarrow out. Hello, everybody. It is windy again. Sorry about that. Today we are trying to finish the fence. There's a big gap underneath some parts of it, but we have this huge pile of pine cones. They don't compost very fast. Around the trees we have mulch and pine cones, and the pine needles broke down pretty quickly, but the pine cones don't. So for the meantime, we're gonna put a lot of the pine cones along the fence border, cover it up with extra dirt from the alley and stuff. So that's what we're gonna do. This pile right here is probably about 6 feet long and 4 feet wide, and I know it's at least 2 feet deep. And whatever I don't use for the pine cones will be good mulch for the garden. So I'm gonna get started putting some of that into there. I started picking up pine cones around some of the yard first and got these, but I wanted to show you what I'm talking about. Just around this one tree here, when you dig down, there are lots of pine cones. There's 1, 2, 3, right? You get the point. They're all in here, and then when you get a little bit further down, this is what the mulch, the pine needles, turn into this really fine mulch that's really nice and soft and high in nitrogen. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm just going through this around the tree first, because this patch right here is going to be for our pumpkins and gourds and cantaloupe and things like that. So these trees really have too much pine needle mulch around them. I did that because I was watering them a lot whenever we first got here, because I was trying to save them. They were dying. I just wanted to show you what I meant. I kind of raked those up. Then I decided just to get the 5-gallon bucket instead of using the rake. And this is going pretty. Look at the babies. This one's new. Now you can do all kinds of things with these, but I have a plethora of them already. You can dip them in wax and they make excellent fire starters. The thing about pine cones though is they smoke quite a bit. In the fireplace, I've used them at my home, our current home, the condo, and they're great for fire starters, and I love doing that. But like I said, we have an abundance of them. So for the meantime, it'll be fun. I'm going to go ahead and fill up this 5-gallon bucket. We'll see how many I get just out of this area and that pile to put underneath the fence. This will compost down after a little while, but my main thing right now, our thing is we want to be able to have our dogs come out here, and so we're just going to make a border underneath the fence until we can do concrete footing, just because I want them out here with me. I'm going to plant the garden, and I want them here with me instead of leaving them at the condo all day. And eventually, pretty soon, we'll be living out here, and that won't be such a big thing. So here's bucket number 1. I imagine that'll hold 3-4 buckets. We'll find out. All right, I just wanted to stop a second. I'm over to the big pile. I've already got 3 5-gallon buckets in there. And what I'm doing is I'm taking out this trash and setting it to the side. This is concrete. So I'm taking out all the trash that I see and then I'm pulling out the pine cones, and then the rest of this is mulch. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm going to do that to this whole pile, but that's free. That's just off our land, you know. That, like I said, this place was full of trash and dirt. So I have a lot of this kind of stuff in here, but we just pick it out, put it in a pile, and eventually, you know, just work at getting rid of it, and it'll be done. And then what you're left with is a nice place, you know, making use of what you got and free mulch. All right, so that is 5 5-gallon buckets. That makes 6, so that's 30 gallons of pine cones that I pulled out of here. There's a bit of a hole there. So now I have all of that. That is probably 3 feet by 2 feet wide. Pile of sticks I can burn for charwood or ash, and a pile of trash that I can now dispose of. I'm gonna go and dig a trench underneath the fence or some such, we'll figure it out, and put the pine cones under there. We are behind the fence. Tony's working on getting the rest of it put up. Still got to clean up all this lumber before I can work on getting the pine cones underneath here. Need to clean all this up. These are the big holes that I'm going to fill up with pine cones and then put dirt over it. Like I said, I know it's not optimal, but I don't want snakes and stuff like that coming through. I thought about putting boards up there, but I don't know. Yeah, so going to start cleaning up this mess. Doing the pine cone pile took 45 minutes. It is 11 o'clock now. This seems like a lot, but nothing to do but get stuck into it and see the results. So here we go. Thrasher. Where'd he go? Oh, he's behind the tree. Okay, did you find some nest material? Hey, have fun in the park.
I'll fold it in half and mix it.
Yeah, it's all hooked together and we'll leave that alone for a minute. Well, that looks better, don't it?
Oh, geez.
Yeah. You did that a lot better than I did. There's a scorpion. I was watching out for snakes, but the scorpion nearly got me. It is 11:30, been 30 minutes. Got all those picked up. The scorpion disappeared before I could show him to you. Our neighbor asked if he could have these boards for a project. Still have to pick up all the trash and rake, but got all the boards back here in a pile, and then pile those up over here next. Okie dokie. I might have to pry those off or get a
doesn't. I want this stuff, really. I hate it, girl. Can you pull on the pole that way? Just ahead. Just ahead. Come on. It'll hurt. Okay. No.
Okay. Well, not working. Done. It is 12:30. This is what the old fence looked like, but with cyclone and steel panels. The neighbor helps me get this in piles so he can use what he wants. This pathway is not clean but clear. There is a burn pile of sticks and trash for when it's not quite so windy. There's a horny toad. Hello, horny toad. He's a big one. He was on the sticks a while ago, and I thought he went in the yard, but you can go in the yard if you want to. We'll leave him alone. Bye, guy. So this pathway is clear, so I can get the wheelbarrow through. Tommy's loading up, or the neighbor's loading up the sticks that he wants, panel pickets, and another pile of stuff that needs to go to the trash bin. And Tony's got the boards up for the fence, and he's pulling panels around to put up. There he is now, and I'm gonna go get his lunch. One, two, three more. Here's what we did. We finished the fence and forgot to put the wheelbarrow out. So we had to load it up and bring it around to put it over there. Not hard to see. There we go. So now Tony's gonna come back and cover all the pine cones up with dirt. And just shovel it from here. And cover them up. Some snakes. Get in. And doggies won't be as tempted to crawl under. We had the 55-gallon bucket and the wheelbarrow, which was 30 gallons. And these guys that are wet from being in the bottom of the rain barrel, that's what that's really supposed to be. They'll open up when they dry and expand some. So yeah, I made it all the way down the length of the fence. Worked out pretty good. And of course we still have more pine cones in the yard. Okay, it is 3 o'clock. Did a little walk around for y'all a while ago, but we are done for the day. We got the brick pavers around 5 more of the trees. The bricks we got were on sale for $1 from Lowe's, so we got enough for 5 trees, which at $20, at 20 bricks per tree, that was about $100. So that looks nice and it holds water really well. I'm gonna rake some of that mulch out. But Tony got the fence done. We got the pine cones all in the ditch. Gonna cover it up with dirt and keep the snakes out and stuff like that. I know I'm kind of repeating myself, but I'm kind of tired and dirty and a little bit sunburned. Had on a long sleeve lightweight sweater, but it was chilly this morning and I should have wore a lightweight long sleeve shirt. So got a little burned, but I always do that once and then remember, oh yeah, sunblock or long sleeve. So hopefully I won't do that again. That is it for today. I hope y'all have a lovely rest of your weekend and we'll see you next time on Lanewing Lane.